Good afternoon, everyone. It's a Saturday. I'm Spokane Steve, and we're going to have a game of Strat-O-Matic baseball. We're also going to have a Game 7 of the World Series. What a wild and weird series. Just some honest, off the top of my head thoughts. I'm for the Dodgers. Most of you know that. I can't believe they're in a Game 7. Since the Red Series, they've shown very little offense. 3.4 runs per game, something like that. Pitching has kept them in it. Despite a scary bullpen, I believe in the 6 games total. In other words, in the series as a total to this point, the Blue Jays have outplayed the Dodgers in every facet of the game. And you're right, unmitigated. It's November. Yeah, I forgot about that. Shoot, I got to pay rent today. Thanks for reminding me. Hello there, Franklin. Sneaking into LA while the Dodgers are in Canada. It is the Giants at the Dodgers today. Both teams come in with modest 2-game winning streaks. And a hell of a good pitching matchup today. Gaylord Perry, 21-game winner, and the rookie Don Sutton, both with identical ERAs on the season. Both with 35 starts on the season. Let's see how they fared in our replay. Perry's 4-4, but a brilliant 2.39 ERA, 9 starts, 3 complete games, 72 innings of work. He struck out 61. Sutton 7-4, 2.50, 14 starts, 3 complete games, one of them a shutout. 104 in the third innings. He struck out 97. So 2 good right-handers. Game 598 of the full season 1966 replay. Ernest Cruz points out both pitchers took more than one try to get into the Hall of Fame as well. So it's a Saturday game. I don't know what else is going on today. College football, I think. I don't really follow football, so I don't know. The Giants lineup will be basically their regular lineup lately. It's Tito Fuentes leading off at second base, Len Gabrielson in left field. Willie Mays, of course, bats third and center. Willie McCovey, the cleanup man, at first base. Jim Ray Hart down at third. Tom Haller will do the catching and hit sixth. Ollie Brown in right, and Hal Lanier at short round out the lineup with Perry, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Hello, Larry Waters, here but not for long. Well, thank you for dropping in, Larry. We do have life, and sometimes life gets in the way of fun. I'm still trying to wake myself up a little bit. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me lately. I really think it's the gloomy weather, to be honest with you. Umpires for today's game: Stan Landis behind the plate, Mel Steiner at first, Al Barlick at second, and Augie Donatelli down at third. Is that what it is, college? Yeah, I don't know, Franklin. I should have asked my friend Eric. I was talking to him on the phone earlier. He follows pro and college football. and it didn't come up in our conversation. We're just about ready for game time here. Sutton's completed his warm-ups. Giants, of course, the underachieving story of the replay so far at 28 and 34. Dodgers 39 and 21. Tito Funnies will lead it off. And Stan Landis says, play ball. Stepping to the plate is Funnies, a switch hitter. Funnies batting .237, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. Switch hitter hitting left-handed. Here's Sutton's lined up and pitch. It's a 3-9 right-handed. Grounder to short, fielded by Wills, who throws him out, and we are underway. Hello there, Brian. Welcome. Larry's going out to dinner. Excuse me. Let me get a drink of water. Len Gabrielson will be the hitter with 1 away. Gabrielson hitting .255, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. A weird stat, I know. Sutton's pitch, 6-7 left-handed. Grounder second base X. That's going to be Oliver. Oliver playing second today is a .221. To his left on a 13. He makes the play, flips it over to Parker, and there's 2 down. Nice play by Oliver. Two down, and here's the batter, Willie Mays. Mays at .292, 17 home runs, second in the National League, and 46 RBIs. Sutton's pitch to Mays on a 6-10 right-handed fly ball center field X. Tough chance for Willie Davis. Davis on his horse, 2E12. Here's the play on a 6, and he makes a diving catch for the out. Taking a base hit away from Willie Mays. What a play by Willie Davis. So Willie robs Willie. That's going to go as a web gem. And the side is retired. I didn't think he was going to get to that. So after half, it's San Francisco 0, Los Angeles coming to bat against Gaylord Perry. Chuka Soba? Indeed. Welcoming in Annabelle. Annabelle is my sister, for those who do not know. Here's the lineup for the Dodgers today. Maury Wills will lead it off at shortstop. Wes Parker at first base. Willie Davis, who made that fine catch in the top of the first, batting third in center field. Tommy Davis is in left field hitting cleanup. Lou Johnson is the right fielder. Jim Lefevre will play third base today and hit sixth. John Roseborough to do the catching. Nate Oliver at second, and Sutton, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Sutton, of course, one of my all-time favorite players. And Gaylord Perry ready to go to work in the bottom of the first. Maury Wills will lead it off. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Wills comes into the game at .272, no home runs, 14 RBIs. Perry into the windup. That's going to be a .411 left-handed. Routine grounder to second. Fuentes gobbles it up, flips it to McCovey, and there's one down. Here's the first baseman, Wes Parker. Excuse me. Parker at .277, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Perry gets the sign from Tom Howard, and here's the pitch on a 2-5 right-handed, and he loses him ball 4. Parker works out the walk. Parker with good speed at first. Perry, however, with a -3 hold. Combined with Haller's 0 arm, that would make Parker an 11. He's not going anywhere, and Willie Davis will be the hitter. Willie hitting .276, 3 home runs, 33 RBIs, left-handed batter. Perry working from the stretch. It's a 1-7 righty. Pops him up on the right side. McCovey drifting over and makes the catch. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but that was Mookie jumping to the top of the tower. He hit it pretty hard. I could feel that one. How do you read the card for switch hitters? That's a good question, Franklin. Basically, you just assume that a switch hitter bats lefty against a right-handed pitcher and a righty against a left-handed pitcher. I know in real life, of course, there have been exceptions to that, i.e. Tommy Edman in this World Series against Ye Savage. Yeah, they're all looking to Gaylord for foreign substances for sure. Did they even know about that in 1966? That's a good question. It was common knowledge by 1970, I know that. Okay, 2 down, Parker still at first. Here's Tommy Davis. Davis leading the club in hitting, although not enough at bats to qualify. A .304 average, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. Perry checks the runner. Now it comes to the plate, 3-6. Called strike 3, and that will retire the side. So Davis down on strikes. Dodgers no runs, no hits, 1 left, and we are scoreless after an inning. The unmitigated gall. Today's Schaefer beer batter is Hal Lanier. It'll be McCovey, Hart, and Haller in the second. Willie McCovey at .246, a dozen homers, 24 RBIs. Still got something stuck in my throat. I think it's those darn Costco protein bars. Okay, McCovey leads off the second. Sutton getting his sign. Here's the pitch to McCovey on a 2-4 right-handed. Grounder down to first. Parker gloves it. A race to the bag. He'll take it himself. And there's 1 down. That'll bring up Jim Ray Hart. Hart leads the Giants in hitting at .326. 15 home runs, 45 RBIs. Sutton into the windup. Curveball, 112. Liner right into the glove of Lefevre at third. So Hart hit that one right on the nose, but right at the third baseman, Lefevre. And with 2 down, the batter will be the catcher, Tom Haller. For Haller, it's been a struggle so far, hitting just .202. He does have 7 home runs and 19 RBIs. Sutton's lined up the pitch on a 4-8 left-handed. He goes the other way with it. High fly ball to left. Tommy Davis ranges under it and makes the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. And we are still scoreless. Here's Gaylord Perry now. And the right fielder, Lou Johnson, will lead off the bottom of the second for Los Angeles. Lanier means beer. Somebody's got beer. Johnson hitting .280, 6 home runs, 36 RBIs. Perry into the windup. It's a 6-3 right-handed. Fly ball to left field X. Tough chance for Gabrielson. There's a 4E16. Towards the line on a 5. He's not going to get to that one. It falls in for a base hit. Johnson aboard with the leadoff single, the first hit in this game. He's a star 15 stealer, so he's not held at 12 with a -3 battery. That'll bring up the third baseman, Jim Lefevre, another switch hitter. He'll be batting left-handed against Perry. Lefevre at 291. Leads the club in homers with 10 and in RBIs with 33. Perry now working from the stretch. Comes right in there with a 5-7 lefty. Hard grounder to second. Fuentes gloves it to Lanier. Steps on the bag for one. On to McCovey. 4-6-3 double play. That erases Johnson with 2 out and nobody on. The catcher, John Roseborough, will be the hitter. Roseborough also struggling this year at 216, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. Perry into the windup on a 2-9 right-handed. Grounder to first, McCovey to his right, gloves it, underhands to Perry, covering, and that'll end the second inning. No runs a hit, nobody left, scoreless through 2. So what's everybody doing this weekend? If anybody was on to Perry, one of them for sure would have been Stan Landis, don't you think? Okay, third inning. Bottom third of the order for the Giants. For Ollie Brown, it's been a long season. A 199 average and still looking for his first home run. Let's get Sutton on the mound. And here we go. The windup and the pitch is a 2-6 righty. Struck him out. And we have an answer for Ernest Cruz. Gaylord had been in the league a couple of years by then. How old was Gaylord that year? Now I kind of have to look it up. Sutton was a 20-year-old rookie, I know that. And Gaylord would have been 27. This would have been his 5th year in the league. Although just his 3rd full year. Fall back. Help yourself. I don't do that. Some of you already know that. Hello, Downport. Discount Candy Day. There you go. Celebrated by dentists everywhere. Here's Lanier with 1 out. Sutton's pitch. 5-8 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Sutton. And here's the pitcher, Gaylord Perry, a right-handed hitter. The pitch is a 4-4 righty. Grounder to short X. Tough chance for Wills. He's a 327. Wills racing behind the bag. It is a 9. Error range. 6 on a 27. And Wills throw. Pulls Parker off the bag. And Perry will reach. That'll be an error charged to Maury Wills. The first error of the game. And Perry, the pitcher, is aboard with 2 down. Here's Fuentes, 0 for 1. Sutton gets the sign from Roseborough. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-7 right-handed. High fly ball to right field. Drifting under it is Johnson, and that will wrap up the top of the 3rd. No runs, no hits, a man left. Nothing but zeros so far as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. So in the early going, at least, the game's certainly living up to its billing, a pitching duel between Gaylord Perry and Don Sutton. Nate Oliver playing second today. He will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Oliver hitting just .235 and 85 at-bats, no home runs. Not a home run hitter. Oh, that's right, Lanier struck out. So he's the beer guy, the beer batter. A little early to drink up, huh? But you guys go right ahead. Here's Perry's pitch to Nate Oliver on a 5-6. Routine grounder to short. It's Lanier. Throws to McCovey, one away. Here's Sutton, a right-handed hitter. Perry comes in with a 6-6 righty. Shallow fly ball into left. Gabrielson drifts over and makes the catch, and that's 2 quick outs for Perry. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Maury Wills. Wills 0 for 1. Perry getting the sign from Howard. The windup, the pitch, 6-8 lefty, banged into right center, double to 6. That is going to be a double for Maury Wills. He stretches that one. Wills legs out a double and finds himself in scoring position with 2 outs. Wes Parker will be the hitter. Parker walked in the first inning. Yeah, all my stuff's set for Arizona time, so it won't change. So going forward, when you guys come on and it's 1:30 Pacific, it'll actually be 2:30 to me. Confusing? Some say it is, but I don't have a problem with it. I've been doing it for years now. Okay, Parker batting left-handed. Wills takes his lead. Perry a glance at second. Now comes to the plate, 4-11 left-handed. 2-hopper to second. Fuentes backhands it, turns and fires to McCovey, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, a man left. Through 3, we are scoreless. And here's Sutton, or the Sut, as I used to call him as a youngster. Gabrielson, Mays, and McCovey due up if anybody gets on. Hart. Sutton staring in to get the sign. The pitch to Gabrielson, 6-8 left-handed. That's ripped into right center for a base hit. Double to 7. He's going to round and hold at first with a leadoff single. Gabrielson, no threat to run. Pretty good speed, but not a base stealer. And the batter, none other than Willie Mays. Mays flew to center his first time up. Should have been extra bases, but an amazing catch by Willie Davis to rob him. Sutton out of the stretch. It's a 3-5 righty. Grounder back to Sutton. He fields it, turns, goes to Oliver for 1 to first. Mays beats it out. So that's going to be a 1-4 force. Gabrielson erased, and now it's Mays at first. Sutton with a poor hold, +4. Balanced out somewhat by Roseborough's -3 gun behind the plate, so it's a +1 battery. Mays, not a star stealer, would need a 3. Well, he's got about as much chance of rolling the pick off as he does getting the lead, so he'll just stay put and let Willie McCovey hit. 1 away. Sutton working from the stretch now. Breaking ball to McCovey, 2-8 with the runner. No, the runner's not held, excuse me. 2-8 grounder to second. Oliver shovels to Wills to Parker. 4-6-3 double play. Second double play of the game, 1 on each side, and we're scoreless through 3.5. One of my favorite lines on Mitigated, I think all of us really. I'll bet everybody has used that at one time or another. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I vaguely remember hearing the name Len Gabrielson when my dad would have the radio tuned to the Dodger game every night. I hadn't caught the bug quite yet. Okay, bottom of the 4th, Dodgers will send up the heart of the order. It's Davis, Davis, and Johnson. Sounds like a financial consulting firm, doesn't it? Davis 0 for 1. Perry into the windup. It's a 1-7 righty. He pops him up right side. McCovey waiting on it and makes the catch. That's twice Willie Davis has popped out to first. And here's Tommy Davis. Tommy struck out in the first. Perry with the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 5-8 right-handed. Single into left field. Double on a 1. That's going to be a base hit for Tommy D. No threat to run. And that'll bring up Lou Johnson. 1 down runner at first. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the 4th. Johnson singled to lead off the second and was erased on the double play. Perry out of the stretch, 5-10 right-handed, shallow fly ball to left. Coming on is Gabrielson, and he puts it away. Back to first goes Davis, and with 2 down, Jim Lefevre will be the hitter. We used to have a restaurant in Spokane called Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Here's Lefevre now, 2 down. Perry out of the stretch. 2-3 right-handed. Base hit the opposite way into left field. Davis could go to third on that. 11 plus 2 minus 2, and Gabrielson with a +1, 12. They're going to hold him at second. And with first and second 2 away, John Roseborough will be the hitter. Roseborough grounded to first his first time up. Perry now checks the runners. The windup, the pitch. 2-4, routine grounder to short. Lanier gobbles it up, shovels it to Fuentes for the force, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, they leave a pair. I think that's the first time in this game anybody's had 2 runners on, in fact. And we are scoreless after 4. Hang on a second, the heater just kicked on. I got to turn that down. I'm sitting right by the vent. Like sitting in front of a blast furnace. To the 5th we go. It'll be Hart, Haller, and Brown for San Francisco. Sutton gets the sign. Here's the windup. The pitch to Hart. It's going to be a 3-3 right-handed high fly ball to deep left field. Davis back on the track makes the catch. So Hart gave it a ride. Turns out it's just a loud out to left field. And with 1 down, Tom Haller steps to the plate. Haller also flew to left in the second. Sutton's pitch on a 5-6 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout for Sutton, and that'll bring up Ollie Downtown Brown. Sutton gets the sign, the windup, the pitch, 6-9 right-handed, high fly ball to deep left, backing up is Tommy Davis, at the wall, makes the catch. So a couple of hard hit balls that inning. The Giants nothing to show for it as Sutton retires the side in order. And we are still scoreless. Man, this game definitely living up to its billing now. Giants with quite a bit more power than the Dodgers. They come into the game with 65 home runs as a team compared to just 42 by the Dodgers. Dodgers, of course, more of a running team. Can you believe the San Francisco Giants only have 1 stolen base so far? (28-34). They've played during their 63rd game. They've stolen 1 base. Can you guess who stole it? Dodgers, by contrast, have 42 steals. I can always count on Dan. Oh my. Gaylord's gonna start going to the Vaseline here. Sandpaper, Makita drill, whatever it takes. Nate Oliver 0 for 1 leads off the bottom of the inning. Perry with the pitch. That's going to be a 4-4 right-handed. Fly ball center field X. Tough chance, but that's Willie Mays out there. A 1E8. Willie on his horse. It is a 5, and he makes a tremendous running catch to take a base hit away from Nate Oliver. Oh my goodness. That's going to be a web gem for Willie Mays. There was no way he was going to get to that ball, yet somehow he did. And Oliver is retired. That'll bring up Sutton. Perry comes in with a 3-5 to the righty. Routine grounder to third. Hart over to McCovey, and there's 2 down. Here's Maury Wills now. Welcome in, Kevin. Boy, it's a good pitching duel today, Kevin. Wills hitting left-handed, of course, 1 for 2. Perry the windup, the 5'8 lefty. Wills into right field for a base hit. Triple to 4, he rounds and holds with a single. And when Wills gets on, you've definitely got to check the battery. -3. That makes him a 12, so they don't even have to hold Wills. Wills not held at 12. And here's Wes Parker, 0 for 1 with a walk. Wills takes his lead. Perry a throw over, keeping Wills a little closer to the bag. And here's the pitch from the stretch to Parker on a 6'8 lefty. Ripped into right center, double to 6. That's going to be a 6, and he's got himself a double. Wills had to wait, and he'll hold up at third. And it's a 2-out double for Wes Parker. So runners at second and third for the Dodgers, but there's 2 away. And it will all be on the shoulders of Willie Davis. To see if they can be the team to score first in this game. Davis has popped up to McCovey both times today. Tommy Davis on deck if you're thinking about pitching around him. And they'll pitch to Willie. And here's the pitch from Perry on a 4-7. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. What a huge strikeout there for Gaylord Perry. And that ends the inning, and the Dodgers strand 2 more. Through 5 innings, we are still scoreless. Hello, Captain Carl. Yes, that's right. Yeah, we're talking about Perry. Definitely, you got to include Black and Decker in that group. I'm grabbing another cup of coffee. You probably know that. Anyway, even on Baseball Reference, Don Sutton's page has a nickname, Old Black and Decker. Yeah, the only difference is one preferred to juice the ball and the other preferred to scuff it. So 5 scoreless innings in the books as Don Sutton takes the mound for the 6th. Both pitchers, by the way, rated 7 for endurance. Lanier, Perry, and Fuentes. Sutton gets the sign from Roseville. There's the pitch now on a 2-4 right-handed. Grounder down to third. Lefevre gloves it, throws him out, 1 away. Here's Perry now, reached on an error in the 3rd. Sutton with a 2-4. Grounder down to third again. It's Lefevre to Parker. 2 down, nobody on, and here's Tito Fuentes. Sutton's windup and pitch to the left-hander is a 4-10 left-handed. Grounder to first base. Parker has it, underhands to Sutton, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. Sutton's now retired 7 in a row. I guess 8 if you count the double play. I'm not sure it works that way. Okay. Let me take a short coffee break here. Hello there, Colin. Welcome aboard. Bottom of the 6th in a scoreless game. Anyone have a trivia question for the stretch? You've got a few minutes to think about it. Oh, that's hilarious, Captain Carl. Especially considering the rivalry between the Dodgers and the Reds at that time. Sparky Anderson, who to me always looked like he was about ready to have his blood pressure checked anyway. Sutton trying to get his goat. Tommy Davis will lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th. Struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th. And here's Perry now into the windup. It's going to be a 3-8 righty. Routine grounder to short. Lanier charges it, gloves it, throws on the run in time. Let me get my my monitor's lagging a little bit. One away, here's Lou Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2. Perry gets the side. Pitches a 4-10 right-handed hard smash to third. Hart backhands it and throws him out. 2 away, and here's Lefevre. Perry, the leg kick, the windup and the pitch on a 1-6 righty. Grounder to first base. McCovey there, he'll take it himself. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Gaylord Perry. 6 scoreless in the books. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Who is going to blink first? Who ate the runs? Colin has a trivia for us. We go to the 7th. Mookie's in the cheap seats waiting for his close-up. Len Gabrielson will lead it off. First endurance inning for both starting pitchers. Sutton, the windup, and the pitch. That's going to be a 3-10 righty. He lifts it the other way to left field. Tommy Davis drifts over and makes the catch. 1 down, and here's Willie Mays with McCovey to follow. Dangerous part of the order here for Sutton as he goes into the windup. The pitch to Mays on a 5-7. Base hit, double to 7. Mays with a double. Just the second hit off of Sutton. And it's a 2-base hit, putting Mays in scoring position with 1 out and McCovey at the plate and Roseboro out to the mound. You could put McCovey on here and set up the double play. And that's what they're going to do. After talking it over, they're going to issue 4 wide ones to Willie McCovey. Hart grounds into a lot of double plays. Hart also the Giants' leading hitter at the moment, so they're maybe playing with fire here. Sutton checks the runners. The windup and the pitch is a 4-8. That's going to be a fly ball to right field, caught by Johnson. Mays tags up and moves to third. Wait, no, it's not automatic, is it? Well, it almost is. Okay, it's going to be 17. It's 1 through 19. So if it's a 20, he stays at second. Okay, Mays takes third. Runners at the corners, 2 down. And now Unmitigated has a trivia question. Let's go ahead and wind this up. Heller 0 for 2. Runners take their lead. Sutton's pitch on a 3-8. Ground ball to short. Wills is charging, gloves it, throws on the run in time. And that will do it in the Giants strand pair. Okay, a couple things going on here. We have a trivia question from Unmitigated. Colin has a trivia question. Unmitigated Gall asks, who won 20 games and batted .433 in 1925? And Colin asks, in 1976, Dodger Rick Monday made a great play. The opposing Cubs cheered. What happened? That one I definitely know the answer to. In 1925, I'm going to guess the big train, Walter Johnson. I'm not even sure if he pitched in 25, but that's what comes to mind. Kevin gets the flag play. And let's take a break and look in on Mookie. Oh, it was Walter Johnson. How about that? That was just a guess. There's the Mook. We better go around because he's not going to volunteer anything. As usual, he was active this morning. Mookie, what you doing there? Looks like we're not getting much out of Mookie today. Hang on, where's his... Yeah, that made him look. You want that? We'll put it down there. No, he seems completely uninterested. Dan says he's about as active as the hitting in this game. Amen. All right, let's get this thing lined up here. And we'll get back to the action. There we go. Okay, bottom of the 7th. First endurance inning for Gaylord. You know, he's had treats twice today. I'm spoiling the hell out of him with these treats. Bottom third of the order for the Dodgers here. Scoreless game, bottom of the 7th. Hey, he made the calendar, didn't he? Roseboro 0 for 2 will lead things off. Perry gets the sign from Haller. The pitch is a 6'9" lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Roseboro. Here's the second baseman, Nate Oliver. Oliver 0 for 2. Not much on that right-handed card, is there? In there for his glove. Perry with a 4-10 right-handed grounder to third base. Jim Ray Hart gloves it and throws him out. In what normally would be a pinch hitting situation, Sutton's going to hit. I'm going to let these two pitchers duel it out. And on a 4-6 righty, swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 2 strikeouts for Perry in the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers, and we are scoreless through 7. The book, of course, would say pinch hit there, but you guys know me. I can't break up a shutout duel. Maybe in the 8th or 9th, but not in the 7th. We will take a look at the defense, though, and no changes for the Dodgers. Okay, here come the Giants. Ollie Brown will start it off. Lanier, and then what do we do about Perry? Now it'll be the 8th inning with Perry coming up. I'll throw it out to the gang. Throw it out to the chat here. Would you pinch hit for Gaylord Perry? Brown 0 for 2. Sutton pitch to Brown is a 1-4 grounder to short. Wills has it. Throws to Parker, 1 away. Here's the shortstop, Hal Lanier. Sutton's pitch to Lanier is going to be a 3-5 righty. Routine grounder to second. It's Oliver. Flips it over to Parker. And with 2 down and nobody on, we're going to let Perry hit. He's a 3. On a 3-6, struck him out. Not all that surprisingly. And the scoreless duel continues. So the 27-year-old Perry facing the 20-year-old rookie. And it's nothing but goose eggs through 7.5. Top of the order for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. Let's look at the Giant defense. Still nothing I would do. It'll remain the same. Boy, I want to thank everybody for being here. What a game, huh? Boy, if you love pitching like I do, this is the game for you. The Dodgers have 6 hits. The Giants just 2 hits. Maury Wills 2 for 3 will lead it off. It's a 2-5 right-handed grounder back to Perry. He gloves it, throws it over to McCovey. 1-3, Wills is retired. Here's Wes Parker now. Parker 1 for 2 with a walk. The windup and the pitch is a 4-10 left-handed. Fly ball to left. Gabrielson under it and makes the catch. Two down, nobody on for Willie Davis, who's 0 for 3. Perry, the windup. It's a 1-8 righty. Grounder down to first. McCovey will take it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Perry, and we go to the 9th scoreless. This will be the last at bat for Len Gabrielson. At this point, I think it would be wise to get his 4E16 out of left field. Third endurance inning for both starters. It will be the top of the Giant lineup. Tito Fuentes to start it off. just in case the vulture, Phil Reagan, starts throwing in the pen where he's joined by the lefty Ron Peronoski. Sutton gets the sign from Roseboro. Here's the windup in the pitch to Fuentes on a 4-6 lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Fuentes goes 0 for 4, and here's Gabrielson in his last at bat of the day. He's 1 for 3. Sutton's pitch is a 6-6. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Gets 3 strikeouts in a row for Sutton. And the batter will be Willie Mays. The Giants need a runner in scoring position. Oh, wait a minute. Willie Mays says he's in scoring position when he's standing at the plate. The pitch from Sutton on a 4-12. Routine grounder to short. Wills gloves it, throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. We're going to have a defensive replacement now for Gabrielson in left. And that's going to be Alou. Jesus Alou will take over in left. Gabrielson is just too bad. Alou a 2E10 with a -1 arm. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Didn't we just have a game go scoreless into extras recently? Does anyone remember that? I can't remember the particulars, but it seems to me that it happened. Or maybe it got broken up in the 9th. I'm going to go ahead and claim age-appropriate short-term memory on that one. All right. Hey, thanks again, everybody, for being here today. I know there's a lot of things to do on a Saturday, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Tommy Davis, 1 for 3, will start it off. Perry gets the sign from Haller. Warming in the Giant bullpen. So it's right, switch left. It's Lindy McDaniel and Frank Lindsay throwing down there, 2 right-handers. Perry's lined up and pitched to Davis, a 6'11 righty. It's a fly to right field X. That's going to be a tough chance for Ollie Brown, a fine outfielder, 2E7, racing towards the line on a 4. It's a diving catch by Ollie Brown to take extra bases away from Tommy Davis. Holy crap. 9X exclamation. That'll be a web jam for Ollie Downtown Brown. One away, here's Lou Johnson. We may have to take Davis out too at this point. For defense, that is. Okay, Perry's pitch to Lou Johnson. That's a 6'8 right-handed. Base hit up the middle. 1 out single for Lou. Star 15 base stealer. He'd be a 12. Not held. They're not going to hold him. He's not held at 12. He has the lead if he wants it. And the hitter will be Jim Lefevre. Lefevre an A bunter, but there's 1 out. Perry checks the runner from the stretch. 4-5 left-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big strikeout there from Perry. And it'll be up to John Roseboro, or we go to extra innings. Roseboro 0 for 3. Perry out of the stretch on a 6'9 lefty, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and we're going to extra innings in a scoreless ball game. Holy cow. Checking the Dodger bench here. Do they have another outfield? They do. Okay. And this is kind of a tough one for me to take Tommy Davis out of the game, but we're going to do it. He's going to be replaced by Ron Fairley, who will play right field. Really, I'm simply mimicking the Giants' removal of Gabrielson. Fairley in right is a 2E8 with a 0 arm, and Johnson will move to left field where he's a 2. Fairley is a 12 runner. Should that come up. Sutton taking the mound for the 10th. Make sure we've got the card in view here. And Willie McCovey will lead it off for the Giants. McCovey 0 for 2 was walked intentionally in the 7th. Sutton with the windup and the pitch. It's a 5-10 left-handed high pop fly to shallow right. Fairley cruising in under it and puts it away. One down. It's Jim Ray Hart. Sutton gets the sign. Here's the windup. The pitch on a 5-7. That's a base hit into left center. Double to 7. That's going to be a single for Jim Ray Hart. So Hart aboard with a 1-out single. And the batter will be Tom Haller. Haller 0 for 3. Sutton working out of the stretch. Curveball, 1-8 right-handed. Liner right at Lefevre. Holy cow, right in the middle of his best column. He lines it right at Lefevre, 2 down. Lefevre throws to first. Back in time is Hart. And it will be up to Ollie Brown. Sutton out of the stretch, 1-6. Base hit to center field. Hart can advance on that. 13-15 minus 114 to go to third. They're going to hold him up. There's no sense making the third out at third base. Looking at the Giant bench here. That would force him to be in the game. Giants are going to make a move here. Jim Davenport is going to pinch hit for Lanier and take over at shortstop. He's slightly better defensively. And Lanier has looked bad 3 times against Sutton today. So first and second, 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Here's Davenport, who's batting .311 on the season. One more hit or walk will fatigue Sutton. And here's the pitch to Davenport. It's a 1-7. Pops him up left side. Will's waving his arms, and he'll take it for the third out. And the Giants strand a pair. Holy cow. Bad luck to pinch hit for the beer batter. Well, he's kind of the beer batter for a reason. It's very bad. Very bad. It's Oliver. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have to hit for him now. Same goes with Perry in the top of the 11th. So as much as I'd love to see this shutout go on forever, sanity has to prevail at some point. Oliver 0 for 3. Is it going to be Oliver even? Terrible hitter against righties. He's at second base. On the other hand, Lefevre could go to second. Gilliam could go to third. Then they have no other pinch hitter. Well, they have Barbieri. And that would weaken the defense. Okay, I'm thinking about this. Gilliam's not great either. Oliver's going to hit. Perry with the windup and the pitch. It's a 2-9 righty. Grounder to short. That's going to be... That is now Davenport who throws him out. And we will have a batter for Sutton. The Sutton went 10 innings. That's as far as they're going to go with the 20-year-old rookie. And off the bench will be Jim Barbieri. Barbieri is just 1 for 4 this year as a pinch hitter. He hasn't played very much. Perry into the windup. The pitch is a 1-8. Pops him up right side. Fuentes takes it. And Barbieri is retired. Here's Wills with 2 down. Perry into the windup. 6-6. Fly ball to straightaway center. Mays glides over to it to retire the side. The 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. We're going to the 11th. I'm going to break these in half. Well, that'll close the book on both starters, as the Giants will send up a pinch hitter for Perry to lead off the 11th. All right, let's total it out here. They both went 10. Sutton in 10 innings, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, no runs. Walked only 1, and that was intentional. And he struck out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perry in 10 innings. 7 hits, no runs. He walked only 1 and struck out 1, 2, 4, 6. For the Dodgers, the Vulture will come in out of the pen. Phil Regan. Giants look to the bench to open the 11th. Not a lot there, honestly. Peterson or Landrum. Or Barton, I guess. But basically it is... We'll go with the left-hander, Don Landrum. Peterson, a right-hander. Don Landrum will lead off the 11th inning here in a scoreless game. Landrum on the season just 6 for 38, a 158 average. Regan gets the sign from Roseboro. Here's the windup and the pitch to Landrum on a 4-7. Single to 12. Liner towards second. That's going to be a base hit for Landrum, and he's on board with a leadoff single. Landrum, pretty good speed. No threat to steal. And the batter will be Fuentes. Dodgers bring the corners in. Fuentes as a B. Squares to bunt. 7B, bunts it to first and advances the runner. Landrum in scoring position with one down. And here's Jesus Alou, who came in for defense. Willie Mays in the on-deck circle. Regan glances at the runner, now comes to the plate. 5-6 righty, swung on and missed, strike three. Down goes Jesus Alou. And now, do you want to pitch to Mays or do you want to pitch to McCovey? Pick your poison, as they say. Mays 1 for 4 today. Well, they're not going to walk a righty to have Regan pitch to a lefty McCovey. So they're going to pitch to Mays with the game on the line. Here's the pitch on a 4-3 right-handed base hit up the middle. They're waving Landrum in. He's a 14-16. Davis -1, 1-15 to the plate. The throw, he scores. And on the throw, Mays takes second. It's an RBI single by Willie Mays, and the Giants finally break through and lead the game 1-0. And now with 2 down, they will intentionally walk McCovey for the second time today. You rarely see this out of me. And it'll be up to Jim Ray Hart. So 4 wide ones to McCovey. Giants leading 1-0 in the 11th inning. Regan from the stretch. 4-6 right-handed. That's ripped into the gap. Single one, double 1-4. He settles for the long single, but Mays will score on that. And all the way to third goes McCovey. And it's 2-0 as Hart comes through with an RBI single. And 2-0. Regan, 3 hits and a walk in this inning. And the batter is Tom Haller. Regan gets the sign now to take to Haller on a 1-5. He walks him to load the bases. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 hits and a walk. And that's going to be it for Regan. Here comes Alston. He's going to go to the lefty, Perinoski. Meanwhile, throwing now in the Giants' bullpen, with switch left, due up. Who would they go to in this situation? They have Lindy McDaniel throwing down there. And Regan, the vulture, coughs up 2 here in the 11th. Perinoski will be coming in to face Brown. Perinoski pitched in this game in real life, which the Giants won 4-1. So Ollie Brown with 2 out and the bases loaded, 2-0 Giants. Perinoski ready to go to work. Full windup on a 2-6, ground ball shortstop. Wills has it, throws him out, and that'll do it. But 2 runs cross the plate for the Giants on 3 hits. They leave the bases full, and we go to the bottom of the 11th, 2-0 Giants. Defensively, I think we've done all we can do. Yes. And on to pitch for the Giants will be Lindy McDaniel. The stopper for the Giants, most of the replay has been Frank Lindsay. He has 9 of the team's 12 saves, but he's been absolutely horrible lately and has fallen out of Herman Frank's circle of trust. McDaniel, 2 saves. His ERA isn't pretty either at 4.83, but Certainly better than Lindsay's 5.23, and he's a bit of a backwards right-hander. And he'll be facing 3 left-handed hitters. Starting off with Wes Parker. So here we are in the bottom of the 11th. Dodgers need 2 to tie. McDaniel into the windup. The pitch to Parker on a 1-8 righty. Ground ball to first. McCovey feeds McDaniel. 1 down. That'll bring up Willie Davis. 0 for 4 today. McDaniel into the windup. 6-12. Fly ball left field X. That's a Lou now. A Lou a 2E10 on his horse. On a 2. He can't get it. That drops in for a base hit. Oh, man, that would have been a tough play for anybody to make. It would have taken a 1 to make it. And Davis aboard. Now with a -1 battery. Davis 16. They're going to hold him at 14. And the battery will be Fairley. Fairley, for his first at bat of the game, he came in for defense. Fairley on the season, hitting .272. McDaniel out of the stretch. The pitch to Fairley on a 2-6. That's ripped into right center. That could be a double to 13, and it is. Oh my goodness, and on a double by Fairley, the tying runs are in scoring position with 1 away. Don't go away, folks. I was hoping for a quick ending, but I'm going to have to take a quick bathroom break. Alrighty, and we are back. Okay, in a wild 11-inning game to recap. Scoreless top of the 11th. Landrum pinch hit, led off with a single. Fuentes sacrificed him to second. After a Lou struck out, Mays drove in the go-ahead run with a base hit. After an intentional walk to McCovey, Hart tacked on another run with an RBI single to make it 2-0. In the bottom of the 11th, McDaniel on the mound. Parker grounded out, but then a Davis single followed by a Fairley double. And the tying runs are in scoring position with 1 out. And Lou Johnson will be the hitter. Johnson, the team's RBI leader with 36. 2 for 4 in this one. In or back? They're going to be back. They can afford to give up 1 run for the out. Okay, McDaniel ready to go to work. The windup down the pitch to Johnson on a 6-9 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A huge strikeout from Lindy McDaniel, and the Dodgers are down to their final out. It'll be Jim Lefevre. John Roseborough on deck. Lindy McDaniel trying to notch his 3rd save of the season. Checks the runners. The windup and the pitch. 4-11 left-handed. Fly ball to center. That's going to do it. Mays drifts over and puts it away, and that's the ball game. 2-0 Giants in 11 innings, and I'll be back with the totals. So in a game where both starters pitched 10 scoreless innings, neither had anything to do with it. The vultures the loss. Regan now 4-2 on the season. And Perry gets the win. 5-4 with a save by McDaniel, his third. McDaniel 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, no walks and a strikeout. Regan gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs, 1 strikeout. Peranowski retired his only batter. Yep. Yeah, that's a tough one there. I'm thinking Perry and Sutton as co-players. Who is Tor Johnson? You mentioned him before. Mays had the game-winning hit. But let's be honest about it. The stars of this game were the 2 starting pitchers, and as such, I'm going to have them split it. How often do you have 2 starters pitch 10 scoreless innings? So the Giants win it with 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. The Dodgers 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, I'm not a horror movie buff, so I wouldn't know. It's a 2-toaster day. Hell of a game. I want to thank everybody again for watching. Again, I will have a game tomorrow, and then no game Monday due to medical appointments. Tomorrow's game will be Chicago White Sox at Minnesota Twins. Tommy John for the Sox, Jim Perry for the Twins. Another great pitching matchup. And that about wraps it up for me. I'm going to get out of here and figure out what's for lunch, a late lunch. And for all the rest of you, thanks for being here. Enjoy the Game 7. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care and goodbye for now.